How's it going, guys? Bradley Sutton from Helium 10, and welcome to day 4 of our 5 days of giveaways. We're making this a December to remember, guys, all right? Now, in case this is the first video in this series you're watching, you don't know what the heck is this day 4 or 5, whatever. All right, what we've been doing is a 5-day series where we're going from not knowing at all what to sell on Amazon to finding a product, creating that product on Amazon, having a successful one, and being able to manage your Amazon business, all right? At the end of each day, we've been giving away a prize. Some of these prizes have been 3 months of a platinum membership at Helium 10. Another day, we had Bose headphones. That was really cool. Bluetooth wireless noise canceling headphones. That was really cool. Yesterday, we were giving away a really cool prize, which is a Canon Rebel T6 DSLR, something like that camera. It's beyond me. I can't afford those kind of cameras, but we're giving it away to one of you guys. As a matter of fact, let's do that now. All right. What was the contest for yesterday? Okay, the contest yesterday. Let me look at my notes here. It was they were supposed to comment and tell us how winning that camera could help their business. All right. So let's take a look at the winning comment. And this, guys, I cannot read the whole thing because this thing is huge. The winner is, drumroll, all right, it is Adam Tass. Adam Tass is the winner of our Canon Rebel T6 camera, and he gave his little backstory about how he found out about Helium 10. But as far as the actual question that we had given, he said, what would you do with this camera? He said, I would take a picture of my products and launch it. How would it help you in your Amazon business? He said, it wouldn't just help, it would make my dreams come true. Eventually, I would have to buy such a camera because I already imported my product 3 months ago, but I'd really be happy to win something that helps me do something for my future. All right. So thank you very much, Adam, for the great words. And you just won yourself that camera. Okay. So I don't want this to be the last time we hear from you. I expect, Adam, once you get this camera, you take pictures of your product, upload it to Amazon. Make sure to send us a link. We won't show it to everybody if you don't want us to, but we'd love to see how you're able to use that camera, okay? What cool prize do we have for today? It is, you got to stay to the end of the episode to watch, all right? So just hang on for about 20 minutes. We're going to go over day 4, and then you'll be able to see what today's prize is, all right? What is today's theme, okay? What is day 4 about? It's how to launch your product, how to rank, and get organic sales. And this is something that's very near and dear to my heart. For those of you who don't know, before I was working at Helium 10, I was a consultant for Amazon sellers and other companies. And I had personally launched and optimized over 400 listings, and I was in charge of the launch process for each of those products for those different companies. So I love going down and dirty into Amazon launches, all right? Because it's exciting. It's really fun to get on page 1. It's like a game to me, all right? And it should be for you guys too, all right? And hopefully we want to give you the tools that's going to help you win this game, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. But before I start, I wanted to let you know that if you want an in-depth beginner's guide to Amazon product launches, all right? You don't have to be like me and have done 400 of them. You could have done 0, all right? If you've done 0, that's totally fine. Check out the Amazon the ultimate guide to Amazon product launches. Look down below in the description. You're going to see the link to go ahead and download that free of charge, of course. All right. So let's go ahead and get started right now. All right. The last thing we did in day 3, by the way, guys, if you're watching this on the replay, if you're watching this live, don't go off of this broadcast. But if you're watching this on the replay, go back and watch days 1, 2, and 3 first. All right. If you're live right now, stay here. All right. Stay here. By the way, comment on the right. Let me know where you're from. All right. Just curious where we go. We had a lot of different countries in the last broadcast. Let me know where you're from. All right. So now, last episode, day 3, we talked about using Index Checker, all right? What we had done was we put a whole list of keywords in Index Checker that we knew we wanted to rank for, that we thought was, has a possibility to get us sales. And then we checked if we were indexed, hypothetically speaking, if we had uploaded our listing and that we had made, using Helium 10 and Scribbles. And then now we got the listing active. We wanted to make sure that we're searchable. So what's the next step after that? Now, let's say we've determined that, yes, we're searchable. The next tool you're going to want to use is Keyword Tracker. Why is Keyword Tracker important? All right. What were some of the keywords that we were talking? Berberine, right? Berberine, 500 milligrams. Let's just look at this. Now, let's say that you determined, which we actually did, that berberine 500 milligrams was an important keyword for us to try and get on page 1 for. Remember, why do we even want to get on page 1? Guys, if you're not on page one, you exponentially decrease your visibility. Ooh, that's some fancy language right there. I'm just doing this live, guys. Exponentially decrease your visibility. All right, that's kind of cool. All right, anyways, I shouldn't be so impressed with myself, but I am impressed because I usually don't have fancy language like that. So whenever I do come out with that spontaneously, All right, anyways, all right, I digress here. Let's keep going. What was I saying? Oh, yes. You exponentially decrease the chances of your product's visibility when you're not on page one. As a buyer, how many of you guys scroll to like page 3, 4, 5, 6 after you've searched for something to try and find your product? Hardly any of us, all right? Maybe like my parents, because my parents are the cheapest people in the world. They're the ones who will travel across town just to save 3 cents per gallon on gas. You know, that's the way they've been their whole life. So they're probably the only ones, if they even knew how to use Amazon, since they don't know how to use a computer, they would probably go to page 7, 8, 9 to find something just to make sure they get the really best deal and get what they want. But 99.9% of the rest of the population is never going to do that, all right? So understand the importance to get on page one, all right? Now, if you're tracking your product, like when you first launch your product, you're not going to go directly to page one. You know, the way you get to page one is by having a lot of, customer interaction. The number one way, obviously, is people are clicking on your product and people are buying your product. Why is that the case? Amazon wants that commission, right? Okay, if somebody doesn't buy something, Amazon doesn't get their 15%. So they want to put products in front of the customers that's most likely going to get them their 15% commission because it's going to close, all right? So they're going to put the products on the first page that have the best, not rating, but the best interaction, with customers, the ones that are showing the most conversion, because then they say, hey, look how many people search for this and a lot of them bought this product. Ooh, I'm going to make sure to show this product to everybody else, all right? So make sure so that the future customers who see this, they're going to want to buy that too. I hope that makes sense to you guys, all right? So again, when you first start, you might be on page 7 or 8 or 9, and you want to track like every day how you're improving your rank so that you can get to page 1. But how would you do that without a keyword tracker? You'd be looking here. Okay, I'm looking for my product. Nope, I don't see it here. Let's go to page 2. I'm looking for my product. Nope, it's not here. Let's go to page 3. I'm looking for my... Oh, here he goes. Oh, shoot. What position is this? This is page 3. Position. Oh, I need to go back and count. I mean, that's ridiculous, guys. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? All right. So how would you do what I just did, which would have taken me maybe even 10 minutes if I was like on page 17 or 18 or maybe not even ranked at all, right? How can I do that without even 1 second, all right? How can I have that done for me? Watch this. Keyword tracker. Where's my mouse? There we go. All right. Here's a couple of products I had put into a keyword tracker a while back. I use as demo products. All right. So what you do is you add your product here, and then you add the keywords that you want to track. And these are only 2, but most likely for yours, based on those research we did on days 1 to 3, you might have a list of 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 keywords that you want to track that maybe you're targeting, with sponsored ads or something. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But whatever the case is, you want to track where you're ranking right here. Every day it's going to check. So on this keyword, they're ranked number 85. You think they're getting any sales from being ranked 85? Probably not. That's probably like page 4 or 5. Okay. So every day it's checking once a day. That's a default. But actually, if I have this on, this is Boost. This is what's called Boost. This is the only keyword tracker that I know of that does this. And I've tried many keyword trackers. With this Boost on, it's going to go out there and check your rank every single hour of every day. 24 times, up to 24 times a day. So let's just look at the history, right? We can take a look at the history. Here, back in the day, it was on position 41. It rolled down all the way. Oh my goodness, position 140. This product had terrible rating, all right? Then all of a sudden, it got back to page 1. Looks like 5-6 days ago, and then dipped. And this is what happens, guys. This is what happens. Your ranking might go up or down, up or down. Look at this. It was page 1 yesterday, and now it's like page 4. So these rankings are kind of all over the place, but you need this visibility. Otherwise, every day, you would have had to actually go out and manually check. And who's got time for that, all right? So this is very important to have all of your keywords here, and so you can track your progress. Now, the next logical question is, well, how even do I get on page 1? All right. Right now, what I would suggest is using the CPR method. All right. So if you guys want to know a little bit about the CPR, you go to www.helium10 amazon.com/CPR. This one is going to tell you a little bit about this guide. I think it is, if it comes up here. All right, there we go. Amazon product ranking right here, okay? So this is what Manny Coates developed, and I actually helped make the 2019 version. Right now, still working. I actually just tested a couple last week. The CPR numbers that I have are pretty good, all right? Let's take a look. What am I talking about CPR numbers? Let's go back to one of our searches. Let me go to Cerebro. Let me see if I can find one of those searches. And the history here, let's see. Let me see. Just for example, here, do you remember we had searched for this Jiao Gulan product, but we ended up not doing it, and then we were comparing it to the berberine. So actually, yeah, this actually did show the berberines, all right? So right here, you will see a number called a CPR total giveaways. I'm just going to sort by this just so we can see some high numbers right here, all right? What this means is how many products you would have to quote unquote give away at over 8 days in order to give you the best chance to get to page one. There's no specific formula. You know, this is not something that comes from Amazon. This is something that is documented, you know, by Manny in a blog of what he uses in order to determine this number. But this is still a good rule of thumb. Like I said, I just used this, not even last week. I just used this weekend, even on a listing, and I got it to page one. All right. So what you would have to do, how do you give away units? All right. This guide is going to help you to find out about that. So make sure to download this guide, go to that page and talk about it. But in a nutshell, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create what's called a two-step URL. And then you send customers to this two-step URL so that when they go here, they're searching for your product. They got to find your product, click on it, okay? And then they're going to purchase it at a discount, because a lot of times, you know, you can't just launch this coffee mug and expect people to buy it at full price, 300 people in one day. The only way that you can get 300 people in one day, or no, I'm sorry, not one day, 300 people in a week, over 8 days to buy this is offering it at a steep discount, okay? Because, you can't just put something on Facebook, yeah, I need a coffee mug for $15. No, but if you see a coffee mug for like 90% off and it's only like $2, sure, I'll buy that. Then it's easy to get people. How do you find people to do that? You could run an ad on Facebook. You could use like ManyChat, which is a messenger service on Facebook. Or you could use a launch service. There are plenty of launch services out there. That's something that Helium 10, we don't offer, but we just give you the guide on how you can use either a launch service or Facebook ads in order to get those customers. Now, if you're going to do your own Facebook ad, what do you need? You're going to have to be able to make your own two-step URL. We help you with that as well. Again, you go to helium10.com, and actually it's /gems, or you can just hit gems right here. And then right here at the bottom, we are going to have 4 different two-step URLs, starting right here. Two-step via storefront, two-step via brand, two-step via hidden keyword, two-step via field ASIN. I'm actually going to put a video up here. It's not up here yet, where you'll be able to learn how to use these, all right? It's kind of too long to go into right now, but it gives you all the instructions right here. But you create this two-step URL, and then that's what you give to your customers or to a launch service or to a Facebook ad campaign, and then you're going to get a whole bunch of people to buy your product at a discount who are searching for your item. And then what happens is that triggers Amazon into pushing up your ranking, because they're like, hey, a lot of people are searching for this product and they're purchasing it, or they're searching for this keyword and they're purchasing it, so we want to display it higher in the rankings. Okay, so again, if you're doing this, you're going to want to check your keyword tracker daily to see what the results are, because this is not a foolproof way. It's not a guarantee. Hey, you give away X amount of units, you're guaranteed to get on page one. Amazon is very volatile, right? That's why you need keyword tracker to see which of your campaigns are working and which is not working. What if you don't have a lot of money to do a giveaway? Because if you're losing money on giving away 300 units, all right, well, hey, we understand that. You might not have the funds to do that. You can pick another keyword that has a lower CPR number. Or maybe you don't want to do giveaways at all. Actually, not the percentage of sellers who do giveaways is not that high. Most sellers are trying to just do it organically or using PPC. How would you use PPC? There are plenty of courses out there. I suggest taking the Freedom Ticket course. That's a full Amazon course, but they have a great module on PPC that can let you know the best practices. But in a nutshell, what many of the teachers say is you want to start an auto campaign to try and see let Amazon throw you in front of different keyword phrases and take a look at the results, what you're actually getting conversions on, and then focus those on a manual campaign. That's just a really really rudimentary basic knowledge, but it's still still pretty still valuable for you. What you did though in Cerebro, if you recall, you got some highly relevant keywords that have a good chance at converting because they're converting for your competitors, right? So if you have that list, you can actually jump in to a manual campaign where you do an exact phrase search match on some of those, and you should be able to get good results as opposed to just picking random keywords. Because again, you're choosing keywords that have been converting for your competitors since they're organically on page one. And the only way you can stay on page one, again, is by doing conversions and having a lot of other good interaction with customers, whether it's clicks, et cetera, conversion rate, et cetera. Okay. So you could do PPC as well. If you want to just run a targeted PPC campaign without having to do an auto, where would you come up with a list of 300, 400, 500 keywords that you would be able to, test? Well, do you remember all of those keyword research we did on day 2 and day 3 using Magnet and Cerebro? Those are good keywords that you can go ahead and test, all right? But you've got to be checking it daily, to make sure that you're not wasting money. Like if everybody's clicking on a keyword and you really personally think that this keyword should be important, but you're getting a lot of clicks and you're paying for those clicks, but then you're not getting sales, well, that's just money down the toilet, right? So you've got to monitor this as well. So you're monitoring your PPC on Seller Central. You're monitoring your keyword ranks here in Helium 10, all right? So, guys, this is pretty important on how to launch and get organic sales. One thing I highly suggest, turning on as soon as you can is hijacker alert. What's a hijacker? A hijacker is somebody who tries to jump on your listing and sells your product and maybe even steals your buy box, all right? If you're the only manufacturer of your product, for your brand, that nobody else should be on your listing. If somebody jumps on your listing, most likely it's a counterfeit product or a competitor's product they're trying to pass off as yours, and they're literally stealing sales from you. They're hijacking sales from you. They're like Amazon pirates, all right? We don't like that. So how do you deal with that? Well, you might want to take action as soon as you see a hijacker on there. So what's the base way of doing that? You could be paying a VA to be refreshing your screen every 30 minutes to see if there's a new hijacker or a new seller 24 hours a day. Does that sound like a good method? Nah. All right. Hijacker alert is from Helium 10, and what it does, it sets it up so that you can pick which ASINs you want to monitor, and then if somebody does jump on your listing or jumps or steals your buy box, Helium 10 is going to send you an email or even a text message to let you know, so you can take action right away and maybe send a letter to that person or a message saying, why are you trying to sell my product? We're going to report you to Amazon. Or you could literally report them to Amazon, or maybe make a test buy in order to prove to Amazon that they're selling counterfeit. Whatever method you use, that's up to you. But at the beginning, if you want to take action on something, you got to even know there's a problem. And so the way that you know there's a problem is by turning hijacker alert. Another tool that's important to use at this stage, we talked about the giveaways, right? If you're giving away a product, quote unquote, giving away at like a 80 or 90% discount, what you don't want to happen is just have one person go in and take 200 of your products at 90%, and then they're going to go try and resell it, all right? How do you prevent against doing that, guys? No matter what service you use, even if you don't use Helium 10, go into your Seller Central, go into the edit listing, and then set your max order quantity to 1 or maybe even 2. All right. That means that somebody using a highly discounted coupon code, they're not going to be able to order 100 because it'll set the limit at 1. But if you have a lot of ASINs you're doing this on and you don't want to have to go and edit listing on each and every one of this, Helium 10's got an app for that. All right, that's Inventory Protector. That's right here. You're going to click on Inventory Protector and you have the list of your ASINs. And then right there within your Helium 10 dashboard, you're going to be able to set that max order quantity right there without even having to go to Seller Central or edit your listing and save your listing, et cetera, et cetera. So that's another important tool. So guys, in this episode, just as a quick review, We went over the steps that you need to take in order to set up the tracking of your keywords, because again, you have a goal to get on page 1 for a certain list of keywords, and Keyword Tracker is going to help you monitor your progress towards reaching that goal. The next step is you might want to do a launch with doing the giveaway method by using the CPR guide, all right? And another thing you might be able to do is use PPC, all right? One more thing. This is actually a cool ninja thing. I just remembered it right now. One thing that just got launched on Amazon was, for many sellers, if not all, is the ability to target products directly with ads. Like what's happening is like you can actually target this product and say, hey, I want to put like my ad right here, right down here, right below their buy box, so that when people are looking at this product, my berberine product comes up, right? This is something brand new that's, like hasn't even been tested by that many people. Before, it used to be only available to if you had like, I think like a vendor account or something like that. But now I believe more and more people are able to use this. So what if you said, hey, I want to be able to have a list of ASINs of everybody who's ranking like on the top 5 pages of Berberine 500, and then I'm going to put their ASINs into this targeting campaign, and I'm going to target them so I can show my product on their page and hopefully ramp up my sales, right? Maybe steal some sales from them because somebody clicks on their product, they see mine, they like it better, and they buy mine. What's the slow way of doing it? Everything I like to show you guys the slow way, all right? All these methods I'm teaching you guys are good whether you use Helium 10 or not. So if you don't use Helium 10, what would you do? You would have to click on each item, find their ASIN, and put it into an Excel file, one by one, 100 listings. Imagine how long that would take. No, you don't need to take that long. All you need to do is hit our Chrome extension. You're going to hit ASIN Grabber. And what this is going to do within about 1 minute, it's going to pull up all of the ASINs on the top 100. Actually, it might be faster than 1 minute. Look at that. It's already right here. All of the ASINs. You're going to download that into an Excel file. Boom. You've got your list of ASINs within 2 minutes that you can plug into a campaign, as opposed to spending an hour trying to copy and paste ASINs one by one. How cool is that, guys? All right. So with that, we've got to the point that you've been waiting for, which is today's prize. So what is today's prize? Whoa, look at this. Today's prize is a Microsoft Surface Go computer. That's awesome, guys. You guys are really getting hooked up. All right. Microsoft Surface Go computer. How do you enter? All right. Share in the comments, not the one on the right, the one below, the comments below. And if you're watching this on the replay and it's before Friday at like 11 a.m., before Friday 11, you still have a chance to go ahead and win. All right. So make sure to put comments below an issue you've had with product launches, or ask us a question you have about launching products on Amazon. Well, that's an easy one today. That's an easy one. So maybe you have experience launching products and you had an issue. I've had plenty of issues. I said I did 400 product launches. Did I get to page 1 on every single one of my target words on all 400? No, there was issues I had. One time I forgot to set my max order quantity and somebody bought 300 of my product at like $1. I lost all this money for my client. That was embarrassing. That was an issue. Do you guys have any issues like that? Let us know. Or you can just ask us a question you have about launching products on Amazon. Either one of those two things is going to enter you into the contest to win that Microsoft Surface Go. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video on how to launch your product, rank for keywords, and get organic sales. Again, all of these things that we mentioned, it's to try and get you on page 1, to try and get your product visible. I already forgot that fancy language I said earlier. It's already completely escaped my mind. So I'm just going to say we're trying to get your product visible. If you're on page 1 of the important keywords, people are going to see your product organically. They're going to purchase it. And that's really what's going to help you have a sustainable and profitable Amazon business. So thank you guys very much for watching. Tomorrow is the last day of this 5-day series, and the theme for tomorrow is going to be how to track your profitability, how to claim refunds and get money back from Amazon, and how to manage your business. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video below, hit that like button, and also hit the subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you can be updated tomorrow when day 5 starts. So guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you mañana.